Hey guys, this is Mubarak here of In Penny Stock. Hope you're doing well. And in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about DAOs or decentralized autonomous organizations and how they're innovating in the crypto blockchain world. All right. And so in this one, I'm going to specifically talk about this one called Sigitoken, sigitoken.io or Sigilum, as you see here, and essentially how they're incorporating real estate into the blockchain and how it's correlated, right? So before we get into the specifics of the project, though, you need to understand first what a DAO is, right? So as I mentioned before, it stands for a decentralized autonomous organization, right? And essentially, it's an organization represented basically by the people who own it, but it's represented by rules encoded as like a computer program that's fully transparent. And so it's controlled by organization members that aren't influenced by like a centralized authority. So it's like a member owned community without centralized leadership. And so all of the financial transactions, the records, the program rules, the policies, they're all maintained on the blockchain. And so obviously it's super new, it's a super innovative concept. Many governments in the world still haven't established like a full legal status on it, in terms of like is it a corporation, is it a partnership, is it a nonprofit? Like it doesn't have a established legal structure yet, but it's well used as like a venture capital funding situation, and is basically set up in a way for governance purposes, where meaning that in order to control the direction of the entity or the direction, it's basically coordinated using the tokens or the NFTs, or in this case in Sigitoken, you can see here it's the crypto tokens they represent a physical component of a real estate project. So now that you know what a DAO is, let's go into Sigitoken itself. And so essentially what they're saying is that they're real estate on the blockchain. And so what they aim to do, and I always like going to the white paper, is you want to fully understand what you're getting yourself into, what the Sigilum DAO is. And so I like that they have a pretty comprehensive DAO kind of breakdown. So, okay, this is awesome. They even talk about, from a legal, as a United States citizen, or depending where you're watching this, it's an LLC. So it's from Wyoming. And basically what they're doing is that they're offering tokens on the blockchain that'll represent ownership in real estate. And they have specific projects they're handling. Right now they're handling the Tampa Bay and the state of Florida. But I imagine that, given the success of these types of models, and as I'm going to go into soon, the team, they'll probably be pretty successful. And just a disclaimer here, as I put in all my videos, this is purely educational. This is not investment advice. Consult your financial advisor, your accountant. This is purely educational from my decade of experience, first in the stock market, then in the crypto and NFT market since 2016 or so. Now, wow, more than 5 years, 6 years now going in, and having combed through probably thousands of projects at this point, I know kind of what's real, what's not, what's gonna last. And so that's why I kind of want to bring to light some of the ones that are doing pretty well, and how they're being an actual player in the market. So the Sigitoken, just in general, it's just a smart move. Crypto is so volatile, it's so tough to kind of get a hold of. It's up one day, down the next. And so when you use that as a funding platform to kind of get through financing restrictions and put it into a super safe asset like real estate, I think that's a super smart tactic. And so, the organization is made up of real estate, marketing, finance professionals. Essentially, they've come together to put together this blockchain product to help people invest in real estate without the traditional hurdles of maybe credit, getting a mortgage, things of that nature. And usually when you think of real estate, anything less than 20, 30, 40,000 plus, you probably, cash in hand down, you're probably not able to get involved, or, at least that's what most people have the assumption of. And so this is kind of helping to democratize that, meaning bring it to more people through the Sigitoken. And that's what this white paper is going to be talking about more. So while their focus is in the Tampa Bay, Florida area, which is one of the hottest markets in the country, their portfolio currently is both residential and commercial properties from Florida all the way to California. So, this kind of gives you a breakdown into what's going on in the real estate market and essentially, what the overall DAO or the organization's mission is. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to be able to use blockchain in order to utilize the central technology of blockchain, which is the smart contracts, and allow people to invest in real estate through that manner. So this is a very, very solid white paper so far, and the way that it's structured and the amount of information that it has, I highly, highly recommend. I'm going to link it in the description below. We're going to keep going through it, but I just want to kind of bring attention to that from the probably few thousands of different crypto projects that I've seen over the last 6 years, this is ranking in the top 1 to 2% of them just from the information in the white paper alone, because it just talks about the detail and the kind of care that they put, but also without making it like, even if you're not a full-time investor or real estate professional, like you're probably able to understand what they're talking about here. And that's not usually the case. A lot of times it's either super dumbed down and not enough detail to the point where they call it like a light paper. And not shitting on light papers, that's totally acceptable, but a light paper is just supposed to be like a one pager or like a shortened version for a white paper. You can't just get away with only having a light paper. So that's just something to keep up for other projects. Obviously, these guys have done a good job with what they have, and they talk about like every kind of basic breakdown of it. And so when you're buying a Sigil token, you're actually investing in an actual piece of real estate. So you're basically sharing into the equity or revenues from all of the properties between you and all of the other token holders. And so they go and break down all of the benefits and kind of focus of what the Sigil token has and the team and members behind it. Now, this also goes into what it actually is. So it's an Ethereum-based token, right? BEP20, which is pretty popular. But it also gives you the full breakdown of what their plans are, how much they're holding, what their profit breakdown is, what their vision is. So you definitely want to comb through this and start getting an understanding of what they do. So I'm going to link to this in the description below, but I do want to continue into some of the other aspects of it, because when I analyze any of these DAOs or any of these crypto projects, there's a multitude of different pieces from the website, right? This looks pretty good, pretty modernized, there's not any blatant typos standing out, or it looks like an efficient website that's working and clean, and has a chat bot here so you can communicate. It might be in the corner of the screen. It has a chat bot here so you can communicate with someone live. Basically, all these little parts come together. This is like essentially their focus of their pre-sale token and breakdown there. But essentially, what I want to talk about is not only do you want to go through their white paper to understand how they're planning on innovating on the property technology, but also just their roadmap, right? So in the first 30 days, they're focusing on releasing a system that allows users to track the projects actually, so you can see how your money is actually working for you. And so it's truly a very innovative, efficient manner. I'm proud of kind of what I see here so far, and their roadmap, the people. Let's kind of take a look into their roadmap. So I like how they already have the breakdown of what they want to do here. This first quarter, what they want to do by Q2 here, Q3, what they're focusing on, and you can kind of go in and continue reading. Oh, sorry, this is just what they currently have. But sometimes you see it kind of broken out into, a few years in advance. I kind of almost like that they only have this, because what this shows is that they're going to be adapting as they go, right? Because no real roadmap for a new crypto company that has only been around for 2 months is really going to have anything legitimate for like a 2-3 year plan, right? Like you can hypothesize all you want, but you're still going to be adjusting your business plan as your company grows and as the organization actually takes hold. So I like that. But definitely check out the description below. There's an initial pool available for sale consisting of 30,000 tokens, and the liquidity pool is going to increase in size every few days for the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to put all of the links in the description below where you can visit the website and click on being able to access the Sigit token and filling out the quick KYC forms and all that standard stuff. But definitely take a look around, explore it. I'm going to link in the description below. And as always, they have their social media handles here and their email as well if you want to reach out to them. But if you do have any questions for me, please feel free to leave a comment below, or you can reach out to us as always at admin, that's ADMIN, @inpennystock.com. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Take care.